Hi all, this is Marissa with the Art of Ecology, and I am here with Dame's Rocket, this beautiful late spring flower, and we are going to be using it for our cocktail called Dame's Rocket Launcher, which is a wonderful, bubbly, burst off into space sort of cocktail. Let's figure out how to identify Dame's Rocket. So this is a little different from, you may think of phlox as being another tall, erect sort of flower. But as we take a look at this, we see that this only has 4 petals, whereas phlox has 5. They do come in similar colors of like this white, pale lavender color, as well as some darker, deeper purples, and can be striped or striated as well due to a genetic variation. They are very tall, linear plants. They have these long, strippy, linear leaves, and you may see along the stem, it's kind of hairy. It's not necessarily fuzzy, but it's definitely got some pubescence on it, which you can feel on the leaves as well. They have a very significant midrib that when you flip the leaf over, you can really feel that on the bottom as well. They start out with these bursts of little flowers coming out. The nectar is down here, which is what we'll be picking. You just pick off that much. But they also have these clusters of buds at the top, or at the apex of the stalks. These are some really pretty pollinator plants. However, I'm gonna warn you, this is another invasive species. It does not provide as much nutrition as the summer phlox would if you're looking for that same sort of color and petal and plant size. But you may see some minor bees or even a hummingbird moth come and visit this flower. Again, as an invasive, they kind of grow in disturbed soil, and they're taking up space for valuable native plants. So feel free to harvest away. These are really good just on their own as well. Try one just so you can get the feel of what they'll taste like. They have a very bright flavor. And you notice it's like a very green flavor in the leaves, like a leafy green. But when you get to that swollen part, you'll notice that there's a huge burst of sweet and then kind of like a spicy, peppery zip. We just are going to want to pick off the flowers right at that swollen area there. That's going to be where that nectar is again. Pick about 2 cups of those flowers with their swollen parts, and we'll get started. All right, we figured out how to identify our Dame's Rocket, so now we just had to pick them. We're not doing anything too crazy other than muddling our Dame's Rocket today. We're not making syrup, we're not making juice, we're not going crazy. So pick your Dame's Rocket flowers, whatever color you like. I like purple best because color's green. So pick them, and in a separate cup, because we don't want to muddle in our champagne glass, that's gonna break the champagne glass, and that'd just be a sad time. So in a separate cup to muddle in, put 1 tablespoon, so 1 normal spoon size of white sugar in, and then pick off however many of these you want to muddle in. Personally, I'm gonna go for about 5 to 10. You don't want to get too much stem. And then set your flowers aside. Then muddle away. You want to grind them in to that sugar. It's almost like you're making a paste. once you've got your muddled stuff, you can pop it in your glass. Then just top it off with champagne, and you'll notice all the sugar starts bubbling around, mixing the muddled petals in with the champagne really nicely. Clearly it's bubbling really well. Cheers! You can see that nice mixture there. Oh, it's so sweet. Yum. Oh, and it looks so pretty too. Look at that color. It's like a nice rosy color. This would be really good for like Mother's Day parties, grad parties, just having friends over parties. Did you enjoy this deliciously bubbly rocket launcher? I hope that you did, but you can subscribe here for more cocktail goodness to always find out what the next cocktail is going to be. You can also stay tuned for other The Art of Ecology, business, drawings, illustration, art, and ecology and nature. Thanks. Oh my gosh, it's so